This is the level 3 floor routine. A tougher program than the previous two. Keep in mind that you really want to be in pretty good shape for this. I'd like to introduce you to Simon and to Holly, who are going to assist us in this program. We're going to start off with some stretches. So sitting down with the knees bent up towards you, comfortably drop the knees open. Make sure that the feet aren't too high into the groin. Taking both arms up into the air, hands down the back, breathing in to start, breathe out to curl forward. Okay, we're still going to work on the principles of the B-line, the shoulder blades into the pocket, breathing into the armpits. Taking a breath in without moving, breathe out and curl in, so the lower 6 inches of the spine are always upright. Breathing into the armpits, it's not a lean forward at all, and deep sigh out. If you're feeling the neck, relax the shoulders. Keep breathing, deep breath in. Remember the ocean breath out. A deep sigh so it can be heard across a room. Fingers down the back a little bit more, Simon, if you can. That's it. Keep them there. If you're feeling the neck, then just relax the shoulders down into the pocket. Sitting up as tall as you can out of the sit bones, relaxing the knees. One more breath. The deep sigh out. Breathe in to come up, imprinting your spine on an imaginary wall. Straighten out the legs in front of you. And we'll flex the feet. We'll go straight into the flex. So take both arms up again into the air, hands down the back, and curling in, as if you're curling over a beach ball in the abdominal area. Breathing into the armpits for a 5 count, and a deep sigh out, keeping the fingers down the back as much as possible. Pressing through the heels as hard as you can, and pressing the knees into the floor. Keep working on the B-line. In this program, we're going to work more also on the B-line core. So you know where your B-line is. We're now going to draw in the B-line and squeeze from the sides as well. So we'll be referring to that as the B-line core, to squeeze the B-line in from the sides. That will engage your oblique muscles, the ones on the sides over here, and give you more stability for your lower back. One more breath, deep sigh out, and then curl in, coming up one bone at a time, so stacking your vertebrae on top of each other, and relax the arms. We're going to bend the left leg, comfortably open, and we're going to do the rotation. So both arms up into the air, turn towards the bent leg, reach over, and into the stretch. Holding on with the top hand onto the foot, bend the elbow to the ceiling, and rotate with the bottom hand. If you're incapable of doing this because of restrictions and flexibility, hold on to the bottom foot with the bottom hand, just as Holly's doing here. Always lengthen through the crown of the head, pressing the opposite hip into the ground so you get the stretch into the side between the rib and the hip. Keeping the B-line maintained all the time. And keep lengthening. Remember, flop down into the position rather than trying to push yourself into the stretch. So taking a breath in and just relax. Just relax down. Great. One more breath. Deep breath in, keeping the B-line maintained. Deep breath out. Extend both hands in line with the top leg. Breathe out to come back up to the center. And turn and relax. And let's change legs if we can turn around. Both arms up into the air again. Turn to the bent leg and reach over. Hands in position. Take a breath in. Breathe out, rotate and stretch. Trying to bend the elbow up to the ceiling as high as you can. Lengthening through the crown of the head towards the toe, maintaining the B-line. Keep pressing both knees into the floor as much as possible. Deep breath in into the armpits and a deep sigh out. And remember, flop down. Don't force it down, just relax down. 2 more breaths. Great. Keep bending the bottom arm there, Holly, if you can. Great. A little bit more rotation. Wonderful. And extend the top hand, breathing in. And breathe out. Come back up to the center. Turn and relax. Right. Some hamstring stretches now. Lying on your back. Bend your right leg up towards you. Keeping the left leg straight on the ground, leg straight up into the air, hold on just above the knee. Flex the foot and keep the leg in parallel, no turnouts. Take a breath in. A deep sigh out as you draw the thigh to the rib cage, pressing the hip into the floor at the same time, pressing through the heel of the other leg. Take a breath in without moving. Breathe out, pressing the heel above you to the wall behind you. Keep pressing the opposite hip into the ground. Keep breathing. Keep the shoulder blades down in towards the pocket or the tailbone so that you're not going to hunch the shoulders up at all. And another breath in, maintaining your beeline. Keep pressing back a little bit more of movement if you can. Shoulder blades back. And bend the knee and change legs. You can do up to 10 breaths in and 10 breaths out on each of these stretches if you find that it is of more benefit to you. Once again, take a breath in, a deep sigh out as you press through the heel, pressing through the heel of this leg as well, making sure that the leg on the ground is also upright, not turned out, engaging the beeline and the deep breath. Once again, we're going to start using the rib cage breathing, so taking a breath in into the armpits, close the rib cage to breathe out. You notice the breathing becomes a bit louder. The contraction of the core muscles also becomes a bit more specific. Wonderful. 2 more breaths. Shoulders down into the pocket, lengthening through the crown of the head so you're not looking up or behind you, just slightly forward. And relax, bending the knee. Okay, we're going to do some thigh stretches now, or the quadricep stretches, so kneeling up. Okay, bring the right leg up onto the mat. And Simon's going to stay in that position there. Holly, you're going to lean forward a bit more, reach back and grab your foot. Wonderful. Simon, left hand on left buttock and the right hand on the pubic bone. So what we're going to do here is take a breath in to start, breathe out, and Simon's just going to tuck without leaning back. So you're going to actually open up the lower back area here. Take a breath in, breathe out, and tuck further. If you find that this is too easy and you're not getting a very, very strong stretch on the front of the thigh, nothing in the knee joint, you can put your foot up on a cushion or onto a chair to make it a bit more challenging. And 2 more breaths. Keep engaging the beeline. Keep the shoulder blades down into the pocket so your shoulders are slightly back. That's it. Lengthening through the crown of the head. The back should not be arching at all. And change legs, both hands on the floor. Great. Get your positioning right as well. So make sure that the heel is directly below the knee. Not too far forward, not too far back. You're keeping a tripod on the foot. Take a breath in, breathe out, and tuck. That's it. Remember, it's not a thrust. You're not leaning forward. It simply is more of a tuck. Shoulder blades down. Great. And it should be a very, very strong stretch on the front of the thigh. So if we're looking at a stretch scale of 0 to 10, minimum 6 out of 10. Anything less than 6, you're cruising. It should be about almost a 9, which is on the borderline painful. No pressure in the knee joints at all. Try to make sure that the hips stay square. So the leg that is up, you want to keep it slightly down and press the opposite hip forward. So pressing your right hip forward if you're stretching the right thigh. 1 more breath. And relax. Okay, we're going to get right into the program here, starting off with corkscrew. So lying on your back. That's it, 1 bone at a time as you roll down. Take both legs up into the air. The more challenging the exercise, the further away your arms are from the center. So Simon's going to have his arms above his head, which certainly makes you use all abdominal work, no pressure on the arms at all. Holly's going to have her hands by the sides, but again, so that we don't force the movement into the shoulders, we're going to have the palms up. The legs are pointed and parallel. Okay? We're going to start the movement with a rollover first. So take a breath in to start. Breathe out, bring your thighs to your rib cage and roll over. Only touch the floor, take the legs down towards the floor, only there, not onto the neck at all. We're going to take a breath in at this point, breathe out, roll over to the side, all the way down and across, sweep across to the other side, breathing in, breathe out to go over. That's it. Take a breath in at the top, breathe out to come around in the other direction. That's it. All the way around, keep sweeping around, breathe in, breathe out to go over. Take a breath in at the top and sweep around again, breathing out. Keep moving. This is a lot of abdominal work here. As you can see, the harder the exercise, the more challenging the exercise, moving the arms from the sides around and around, around till you get to above your head. And we'll do 1 more in the other direction. And breathe out as you sweep around, using the abdominals. You can't but help use them all the way over to above. And slowly roll back down again, 1 bone at a time. Great. The next exercise is double leg stretch with a little bit of a twist to it. Literally, it's called helicopters. So keeping the hands on the knees, keeping the head relaxed. Remember, when we do the double leg stretch, we're going to work the leg muscles as they come up as well. So keep the knees open in a frog position, toes apart, heels together. So when the legs go up, it's a frog start. So take a breath in to start, Breathe out. Contract forward and extend the legs up, keeping the hands by the sides. Breathe into the toes. That's it. Touch the back of the hands together. And breathe out. Circle around, scraping the ears. Good. Breathe in. Take the hands back up to the ceiling. Right. Breathe in and also lifting the legs up. Breathe out to split the legs. 1. And split again. 2. And circle around. And again. A split. Circle around. Breathe in. Lift the bottom leg up. Breathe out. Circle the arms around. Reaching forward. And frog down. And again. Contract up, breathing out. Breathe into the toes. Breathe out. Circle around. Breathe in. Lift the legs and take the hands up. Breathe out. Split the legs. 1, out, and in as you go around. And again, out, and out, in as you go around. Lifting the bottom leg. Complete the circle, breathing out. Reach around. Frog down. And again, deep sigh out as you contract forward. Pressing through the heels. Breathe in, breathe out, circle. Always breathing out when the arms go round. Breathe in, take the hands and legs up. Breathe out, split, circle. And again, split, circle around. Back up, complete the circle all the way around, reach forward and relax into the frog. And last one, breathe out as you contract forward. Breathe in, breathe out. Holly's keeping her hands together. Simon's keeping it slightly open if you've got tight joints. Breathe in, take the hands and legs up, and breathe out. And circle around. And again, split, circle around. Raise the leg, breathe out, complete the arm circle, reach forward, and relax. Back down into the frog position. Right, the next exercise is scissors to mobilize the hip joints. So we're going to go into a rollover, hands by the sides, and deep sigh out as your legs go over. Support the lower back with the hands over here, and slowly take one leg up into the air, and then the other. From this position here, we're going to do scissors in the air. So always make sure that the split is from a vertical line, so you're not lowering this leg too far. Let's start from the beginning, and here we go. Keep going. Okay, slow down a little, Holly. You want to keep this flowing. Deep breaths. That's it. Keeping your back supported as much as you possibly can. Lengthening through the crown of the head. Squeezing the B-line core. This is most important in exercises like this, where you're bound to be a little bit more unstable in the pelvic area. So keep squeezing the B-line core as you do so. The movement comes from the hamstrings. So try not to work with the feet too much. Work on the hamstrings. And one more each side. From this position here, we're going to maintain this position. For those of you at home who want to do this, you can take a rest. Come back up again. We're going to go into bicycle. So you're going to take your right leg away from you down to the floor and bend it like it's a huge flywheel all the way back and start the other side. And once again, the breathing is keep going. Together. That's it. You want to reach the foot down to the floor as much as you can. That's it. Little slow. Good. And stretch it out. And reverse direction. And let's try and keep it together in time. And Holly, can you lead with the breathing, please? That's it. Make the circle smaller if you find that there is a little bit of inflexibility in the joint or you feel like your balance is going. Just make the circle a little bit smaller. And last one. And keep the legs together in the air. What we're going to do here is slowly do the shoulder into the shoulder bridge. Take this leg down to the floor and let it rest on the floor. And then the other one follows. Okay? You're going to support your back with your hands underneath. This is for shoulder bridge. Lengthening through the crown of the head, the feet are shoulder distance apart. Take your right leg up into the air, pointed and parallel. From this position here, take a breath in, flex the foot, breathe out, and lower down to the floor. Point up, breathing in, and flex down, breathing out, parallel, no turnout. Point up, breathe in, flex down, breathing out. You don't want to get a turnout on this one because you actually want to stretch the front of the thigh and open up the hip flexors. Deep sigh out, deep breath in. That's it. deep sigh out. Last one. Breathe in to take it up. Bend the knee, place it on the ground, and take the other leg up. Breathing in to take the leg up. You'll find if you're unstable in the hips, there'll be a little bit of difference in the movement of the muscle here. Flex the foot, and breathe out to take it down. Point up, breathe in. Flex down, breathe out. Trying to maintain the arch in the back. If you feel the pelvis is tilting from one side to another, just lift up the pelvis on that side as it goes down to the floor. If you're cramping in the hamstring, work through it if you can, otherwise stop the exercise. You will get used to that. 2 more. Deep sigh out. Deep breath in to come up. Deep sigh out. Leg up and slowly roll yourself down. Foot on the ground and roll down. 1 bone at a time. Great. We're now going to do the neck pull. Again, a name that I don't particularly like, but it's a Pilates name. It's for the abdominal work. So let's slowly roll down 1 bone at a time, imprinting the spine. Taking the arms above the head and behind the head. So curling up 1 bone at a time, breathing out to come up. Deep sigh out. The deep sigh out. Great. Straighten up as tall as you can. Take a breath in as you lengthen up. Breathe out slowly. Go down. Flex your feet, Holly, so you can work the abs a little bit more. Squeeze the knees together 1 bone at a time. All the way down. Take a breath in. Deep sigh. Deep sigh out. You can bring the elbows forward slightly if you need to. And slowly down. But trying not to actually pull the neck forward or pull the head forward. And slowly imprinting your spine. We'll do 1 more. This is a bit of a tough one. And a deep sigh out. Pressing through the heels. Curling up as much as you can. That's it. Straightening up tall as you can. And slowly imprint your spine as you go down. Bring the elbows closer. Curl into the spine. That's it. And relax. The next series is teaser. So what we're going to do here is actually work the arms and the legs together. So bending the knees up towards you. Extend the legs up into the air. Okay. Simon's going to take his legs at a low angle. Holly's going to keep her knees bent. Arms above the head. Okay. Take a breath in to start, and breathe out and come forward in 1 full movement, sitting up on your tailbone. That's it. And breathe out to go down, bending your knees as you go down, 1 bone at a time. Take a breath in as the arms go above the head, and breathe out, up you come again. Deep sigh out. It's a deep breath out. Great, well done. And take a breath in as you sit tall, breathe out, sink down. Tuck, tuck, tuck as you go down. Great, all the way down. And 1 more deep sigh out as you come up. Deep breath out, reaching up, well done. Take a breath in, taller, breathe out, sink down. And relax the legs. The next one, we're going to actually come up with the arms and the legs. So if you're feeling a bit tired, then do this with the legs on the ground at all times. Don't try and force yourself into these movements. Right, taking a breath in to start, breathe out, and come up together, all the way up. That's it. Take a breath in. And breathe out, go down. Nice and slow. That's it. Take a breath in. Breathe out to come up. Deep sigh out. Out. And we're going to go down on the breath in this time, all the way back. Down, down, down. Arms above the head. And straight up into the breath out. Reaching up as tall as you can. Well done. And breathe in to go down. 1 bone at a time, imprinting. Last one coming up. And breathe out. Squeeze the inner thighs to come up. Hold it there. Take the arms to the ceiling. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower them down. Breathe in, raise the arms. Simon's doing legs, Holly's doing arms. And breathe out to lower, breathe in to raise. 1 more, breathe out to lower, breathe in to raise. And slowly imprint your spine as you go down 1 bone at a time, arms above the head, and relax. The next exercise is hip circles. So curling up to sit upright. Up you come, great. Hands behind you. Okay, so you're leaning fairly far back, supporting your shoulders, trying not to hunch. So Simon, if you can just show that hunching there, that's it. That's the position you really don't want. So squeeze your shoulder blades down and towards the pocket, maintain that stability in the shoulder joint. Take 1 leg up into the air, so bend and lift, and then bend and lift the other leg up. So you're supporting your legs in the air. You're going to do a corkscrew with the legs. So going over towards the right first, breathe out as you go down, in as you come back up to center, change direction. Deep sigh out, and in. Good. Keep going, Holly, if you can make them as big as you can, all the way up to your chest if you can, and over to the side. So if the hips do come off the floor, great, because you're really working those oblique muscles in the sides, really getting the abdominals working. Deep sigh out, work from the inner thighs. So squeeze, make the circle from the inner thighs. 1 more. Deep sigh out, trying not to bend your elbows all the way up to the top, and bend your knees and relax. Okay, we're now going to do leg pull front. So we're going to turn over onto in a press-up position. Okay, legs extended out behind you, making sure that you keep a straight line from the shoulder, the hip, and the heel. In this position here, squeeze the B-line core, because this is absolutely important to squeeze the core from the sides in order to maintain the stability of the back. Right, we're going to take one leg up, taking the right leg up, just a nice smooth movement, breathing in to lift the leg, breathe out to lower it and change legs. In to lift, out to lower. Good, keep going. In to lift, out to lower. If you feel any pressure into the back at all, make sure that you don't lift the leg too high. Simon's doing a version with the leg flexed, which is great, leaning through the heel. Holly's doing it with a pointed toe. She comes up and down. This time we're going to do double beat. So it's in, and out. So it's a little bit of a bounce at the end, in, out. Keep going. This exercise also works the gluteal muscles to tone them up. When you're lifting, don't forget to lift from the hamstring. So this is the section that you want to lift from, keeping the back in a straight line. One more each side, in, out. The reason why we're breathing in is to support the back. And last one on the other leg. Right, holding that position, we're going to now turn over without letting our bottoms touch the floor. So cross the legs over. That's it. Hands behind you. And this is leg pull back. So once again, your legs in parallel. Keeping the hands behind you, shoulders into the pocket, lengthening through the crown of the head with the eyes at a slight angle up into the air. Starting off with the right leg. Once again, this is a breath in and lift. So it's a slide up, breathe in, and down, breathing out. Change legs. Breathe in to go up, and out to go down. In to go up, and out to go down. This time with a double. In. Good. Wonderful. Keep the shoulder blades down into the pocket. Maintain the hip lift so that you're not dropping the hips down into the floor at all. You're trying to keep a straight line with the body. One more on the other leg. In, lift, and relax. Coming down, kneeling, facing forward. We're now going to do side kick kneeling. So kneeling upright, coming up. From this position here, you just want to take the right arm over to the floor, leaning down. Take the left leg up into the air and straight out. Simon's going to do a version where he's going to have his hand behind his head. Holly's going to have a hand on the hip. The foot is flexed, the top leg is flexed. We're then going to take a breath out and swing the leg forward. And in to go back foot pointed. And sigh. And in. And sigh. And in, trying to maintain a straight body, not too high on this leg, keeping it level to the floor. And this time a double. In and far, further, in, one more, far, further, in, and change legs. Again, coming to the upright, just leaning over to the other side, take the leg up, straighten the leg out, and flex the foot, and again, breathing out, slide first, point back in. Slide first, point back in. One more, slide first, point back in, and now a double. In, great. This is a really challenging exercise. As you can see, there is a little bit of a struggle going on, but by this stage you will be. Keep the beeline engaged. This is where you really find your muscles having to come to their limits. And last one, press through the heel and kneeling back down and coming upright. Right, the next exercise we're going to do is twist. So what we're going to do in this position here is you're going to sit on the ground with your underleg behind the top leg. Right. From this position here, the top hand is over by the knee. You're going to take a breath in as you come up. So deep breath in as you come up onto your side. In to come up, that's it. Reach across with the top hand towards your ear, that's it. And come back sitting down again. And again. Deep breath out. And reach across, straightening the top leg as much as you can. Well done. And breathe in as you come down. And a deep sigh out. Over you go. Deep sigh out. Stretch, breathe in to come down. This is a lot of balance. Keep squeezing that beeline core. And breathe out. And breathe in to come down. This time what we're going to do is breathe out to go over. You're now going to take the top hand and tuck it in into the armpit. Breathe in to come back up. Breathe out to look up to the ceiling, so you're taking the hand behind you. And breathe in to come sit down again. Back to your start position. One more. Breathe out. Up you go. Breathe in. Tuck in, looking down into the floor. Breathe out. Take it around, chest to the ceiling. And breathe in. Come back down to your sitting position. Well done. That is quite a bit of a challenging exercise. We're now going to do rocking, so lying on your stomach. Reaching back, grabbing your ankles. If you feel any pressure in the back on these exercises, avoid them altogether. We're going to start by just warming up first. So we're just going to come up into the air, breathing in, reaching the toes up, and relax back down again, breathing out. Breathe in to go up. Breathe out to go down. You'll notice that all the exercises keep going. All the exercises we're doing which involve hyperextending the spine or arching the back considerably is a breath in to go up to protect the back. Breathing in to go up, breathe out to go down. We're now going to go into the actual rocking. So breathing in to go up, stretching the toes to the ceiling. Breathe out to come forward onto your chest. And breathe in to go back. And out. And in and out. Keep going. Only do whatever you comfortably can. As you can see, Simon's working on this one to try and get some stretch into the thighs. As he gets better, he will start to feel the stretch working. As you can see, Holly's almost getting herself a nosebleed. She's got to keep the nose up, keep the chin up, so that you're not actually going to drop your head into the floor. That's it. Well done. And relax. And go back into rest position to stretch out your back. Just a nice relaxation. Lengthen the elbows. Lengthen out the lower back. Okay, let's get you onto your backs. And we're going to do control balance. So we're going to start off again by going into a roll over. So legs up into the air. And breathe out to go over. This time, we're going to keep the hands by the sides with palms up and slowly take both legs up into the air. If you find that you cannot maintain the balance, support the back with the hands. From this position here, you're going to take one leg down towards the floor, but not resting the foot. Okay, just off the floor. Breathe in, change. And breathe out, almost down. Breathe in, change. And deep sigh out, almost down. You're trying to maintain, as you can see in Simon's position, it's a lot of work to maintain that body as upright as you possibly can. If you don't have the flexibility, Holly is quite flexible, and she can maintain this. However, if you do want to take the hands off from the back, try and make sure that you can stay as upright as possible. There will be a little bit of a drop. And one more. And one on the other leg. And raise both legs up to the ceiling. Slowly come down one bone at a time. And relax. And let's come up into the standing up position for the last exercise. Facing forward. What we're going to do here, Simon is going to face forward and go down into the push-up. We're going to have Holly on the side, and as she goes down and comes back up, she'll have a leg up into the air, into the arabesque. So take a breath in to start. Breathe out. Roll the chin forward, going down one bone at a time, peeling off that imaginary wall behind. Walk yourself forward, nice small movements of the hands, all the way with a straight body. Breathing in to press down. Breathe out to press up. Slowly walk back, very small hand movements on the way back, curling your spine so the hips don't shift around, so not a big movement of the hands. That's it. Take this leg up into the air as tall as you can, reaching up, pressing the chest to the thighs. Bring the leg back down again and curl up into an upright position. One bone at a time all the way up. A little bit of a variation now. Again, breathe out as you curl down. One bone at a time, peeling off an imaginary wall. Nice small hand movements when you walk this time. Very small hand movements so your hips don't swivel around too much. Keeping the head lengthened down so you're not arching the neck. Get the body into a straight line. This time you're going to raise your right leg as you press down. Breathing in to press down and come up again. Change legs. Breathe in to press down. Breathe out. And slow hand movements to come back. Holly, take your leg up into the air as you're coming back this time. That's it. Reaching up, all the way up into the air. Bring the leg back down and curl up one bone at a time, keeping the head relaxed. All the way up into an upright position. And relax. Going to just cool down with some arm swings, taking the hands out in front of you. And you're going to do a V shape up to head level. Take a breath in to start, breathe out, and slowly float the arms around, closing the rib cage. Breathe in to come forward. And a deep sigh out to lengthen through the fingertips, closing the rib cage back to the wall behind. Breathe in to come forward. Deep sigh out as you close the rib cage. Bring the hands forward again, this time at shoulder height, left palm up, right palm down. Okay, breathing out to go back, all the way back. Breathe in to go forward. Switch over, breathe out. Float them around, flatten the rib cage. Breathe in to come forward. Breathe out, try and go past the line of the body without hunching the shoulder. Breathe in to come forward. Last one. Deep sigh out, release the muscles in the chest. Breathe in to come forward and relax. And relax your arms. That's floor level 3. Very challenging. Work your way up to it. Work up on the number of repetitions as well. I'd like to thank Simon and Holly for their participation. A tough workout, a tough routine. Thank you.